All right, folks, welcome to Late Night with the Utopian Baseball Universe. All kinds of technical issues tonight. I do apologize. This is a work in progress, but we're going to have some fun. The rosters just don't save the way I want them to. This is as close as I think I can get, but let me give you the starting lineups first for the Cincinnati Reds. Leading off tonight, shortstop Barry Larkin. Batting second, center fielder Eric Davis. Batting third, second baseman Joe Morgan. In right field tonight, Jay Bruce batting fourth. Batting fifth in left field, Jesse Winker. Batting sixth at first base, Joey Votto. Catching is Johnny Bench. Batting eighth and playing third base is Pete Rose. And pitching and batting ninth is Johnny Cueto. And for the Pirates, leading off, shortstop Hannes Wagner. Batting second in center field, Dave Parker. Batting third in right field, Roberto Clemente. Batting fourth, the left fielder, Ralph Kiner. Batting fifth at first base, Willie Stargell. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Bill Mazeroski. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Pie Trainer. Batting eighth, the catcher, Jason Kendall. And pitching for the Pirates tonight, batting ninth, Doug Drabeck. So we take you to PNC Park for Reds Pirates.
Will Crow, a right-hander out of Tennessee, will be the starting pitcher. Dan, any thoughts?
Well, one thing to look out for him, Matt, is if he can avoid
Enjoy Late Night with the Utopian Baseball Universe, Pirates Reds.
Sometimes he can be getting up 3 or 4 in an inning, and that kind of derails the whole start when that happens. Limit the damage, and he'll be just fine.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Got a nice piece of hitting right there. When you're facing a young blood on the mound, young starting pitcher, you want to get him into the
Still having some issues with the StreamYard. Barry Larkin leads off the game with a single.
A lot of things going to open up with this next at bat.
Again, appreciate your patience as we try to iron out these glitches early in the season. Here's Eric Davis.
So now to the plate, Eric Davis. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout.
Davis strikes out. This is quick pitch, so we're only going to see at bats later in the counts to kind of keep this moving a little bit. So it's not a 3-hour presentation. Try to keep it under an hour if we can. 1 on, 1 out. Joe Morgan, the batter.
Into the box, Joe Morgan. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
Matt Vasgersian with the call. Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa providing color analyst here. 2-2 count to Morgan, 1 on, 1 out.
First with 1 gone in the inning. On a line to shortstop, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play. A moment here to take a look at the Cincinnati Reds starting lineup in this one. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
So you better look out for that cleanup spot. The guy is in the middle of the lineup, and when he's in the middle,
Again, not everyone you see on your screen is the exact Utopian roster. We try to mirror it as much as we can.
he's a force.
So now the Reds cleanup hitter, Nicholas Castellanos. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Got him swinging as he runs the
Jay Bruce down on strikes. Drabeck gets out of the inning. 1 hit. We head to the bottom of the first. No score.
Johnny Cueto gets the start for Cincinnati in this one. Dan Plesac.
Cueto's been one of the greatest pitchers in the Utopian for the Reds in these first 2 seasons. Has had a lot of postseason success.
Never stop trying to learn how to be a good pitcher.
Hannes Wagner leading off for Pittsburgh. I don't know why that's so crooked. Let me try to fix that.
And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field.
Oh, that gets down.
Into the alley and ought to be good for
Wagner's going to run for days, folks.
And the Pirates have something going to start the inning. He's in there with 3 bases.
And the home crowd is absolutely eating this up. Let off the whole half of the first with a triple. And
They're calling that a triple, folks.
on the get-go.
Leadoff triple. Here's Dave Parker.
Standing in now, Dave Parker goes the other way as this is line to left.
Oh, and that's going to get down, too.
Hang on.
Pirates on the board here.
Second, but he's in there as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Man, he might have slept on the wrong side of the bed or something last night. He's getting
So Reds outfielders having some trouble here in the first inning. They're going to call that a double. That was a tough play, though.
Into the box now, Roberto Clemente swinging a hard liner to center field. Davis is there, and he has it for the first out. Now a moment here at PNC to take a look at the Pirates lineup card in this one. What's the key for a home victory tonight, Hero?
Matty, I noticed he can swing the bat. But one thing I'm focused on, and I think a huge key for this team, is base running. And I'm not necessarily saying stolen bases. Just being aggressive on the base pass.
Ralph Kiner, the batter, the soundtrack of my youth as the play-by-play man of the Mets in the 80s.
Set and the 2-1 pitch. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. Cueto has finished off more than 1,900 career innings during his time in the big leagues and sports a respectable ERA just under 3.50. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
Willie Stargell on deck.
Now the payoff pitch home. Parker, runner at second with one away.
Kiner into right field. That's going to plate another one for the Pirates. A tough first inning for Cueto. He's given up a triple and 2 doubles. By the way, this is my favorite park in all of baseball, PNC. Been there several times. Love it. Here's Willie Stargell. Pirates lead 2-0 here on late night.
At the plate, Willie Stargell. Now a swing and a bouncing ball for Joe Morgan at second. Throw gets him, 2 down.
2 away here in the first. I would love to have Paul Schaefer do these telecasts with me.
Up next for the Buccos, Bill Mazeroski, and the Pirates trying to make this first inning even more productive here. The set and the 1-1 pitch. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Oh, and he misses it.
Okay, this is just a embarrassment out there today for the Reds outfielders. Pirates score another on the air. 3 runs for the Pirates. I don't know if that's just written into the simulation or do I have a pitcher playing right field for the Reds today? I don't know what's going on. But it is 3-0 Pirates. Jesse Winker getting his second start of the year in left field. Pete Rose playing third tonight.
Fouled away. 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
Winker down on strikes.
Pulled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys.
Joey Votto, the batter. Saw him play double-A ball at Chattanooga.
That appeared to be the case there.
The guy sitting next to me one night said he's going to be an MVP one day. He nailed it. Pirates lead at 3-0 here in the second.
This one's down to third. He's got it. On to first, and Votto's gone for out number 2.
Pie Trainer playing third tonight for the Pirates. Picks it at third. Here's Johnny Bench,
Ready now for Cincinnati. Johnny Bench. He'll work on keeping this
host of the Baseball Bunch.
Nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
They're going to probably stay away from this guy. He's got so much power. You don't want to miss over the heart of the plate. But I think when pitchers try to be too cute on that outside corner, they might leak one a little bit inside. And this is where that guy would jump on.
2-2 count to Bench here in the second. 2 outs, 3-0 Pirates.
2-2. This one's blooped out toward right center field. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Johnny Bench with a 2-out base hit here in the second.
Not the prettiest of swings, D-Roll. That looks a little bit from the Vladimir Guerrero book, but nonetheless, he got the job done. Yeah, a little choke and poke right there. He flipped the bat out there and was able to find a little empty green grass.
Tomorrow night we got Midnight Madness. A little after midnight tomorrow we got Angels and Padres. I haven't decided if that'll be on Xbox or on Out of the Park. I think it might be Out of the Park. Try to mix it up a little bit.
And now he can get a little nastier with it in the dirt.
Soft liner towards short, and this will be taken down no problem for the final out of the inning. Reds lead 1. They trail in this one 3-0.
Sunday morning we've got Sunday morning baseball brought to you by Out of the Park. Cardinals and Rays. It's going to be John Tudor versus Blake Snell on Sunday. Tomorrow night's pitchers for Midnight Madness, Frank Tanana versus Joe Musgrove. Let's see if Cueto can settle down here in the second. He had a tough first inning. Defense wasn't great behind him, but nevertheless.
2-1 on its way. Now a pitch swung on and grounded out to Barry Larkin. And there's one down now.
Larkin to Votto. 1 away. It's the beauty of the Utopian baseball universe. You've got the best and all the favorites for all these teams playing together.
I don't think this guy gets enough credit for his defense because he's so dynamic on the offensive side.
Most of the names you see on the screen are on the Utopian roster for the Reds. Again, the time it would take for me to create everyone, I can't even tell you how long it takes to make roster moves, let alone create players.
How about that straight changeup? How about that swing? Howdy, if you're waving at me.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Winker will range to his left.
Hey, what do you know? A Reds outfielder handles one cleanly. 2 away here in the second. Pirates lead at 3-0. You're watching Late Night with the Utopian Baseball Universe every Friday night here, right around 11:30. Had some technical issues tonight with StreamYard.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is swung on and
Cueto gets a strikeout to end the inning. He does settle down a bit. You guys are watching. What did you guys think of Apple TV's doubleheader tonight? Game 2 might still be going on, but the Mets beat the Nationals. They're 2-0 in Major League Baseball.
So
here's Cueto.
Johnny Cueto, 9-1-2 due up.
Doug
Here's the
Drabeck.
1-1 pitch. Slider gets the outside. That's a strike.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence.
We're going to leave it to Vasgersian and Plesac here for a couple minutes.
And a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Here comes the 1-2. Fouled off.
Oh, the old classic two-strike. Let's throw the fastball right down the middle. Not in this game. Gotta believe you gotta work the corners a little bit more. Fastball command is paramount at this level.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Now the payoff pitch home. He's at the knees and called strike 3.
Now, I know he struck out there, but for a pitcher, that's a pretty solid at bat. Anytime you can make an opposing pitcher out there work and throw quite a few more extra pitches, that's a quality AB in my book.
Here's Barry Larkin.
Now, Barry Larkin. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. 1 out, nobody on.
Tripled in the first.
Down the left field line and deep. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Here now the 2-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Clemente will come in a bit and put it away for the second out of the
I
inning.
apologize. Larkin did not triple in the first. That was Hannes Wagner.
Number 44.
Eric
Also
Davis,
stepping in is Eric Davis.
0 for 1 with a
Struck out in his
strikeout.
last trip to the plate.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper.
Davis to left and deep. Forget it.
And a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone.
Davis cuts into the Pirates' lead 3-1 here in the
So a
third.
solo shot here to left center field, and the Reds hit the scoreboard. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
Well, this is what makes this guy so hard to pitch to. He has that rare combination of speed and power. You don't want to walk him and have him get on first base. So what happens, you throw him a strike, and he can hit the ball all the ballpark like he did just there.
Here's Joe Morgan.
Into the box, Joe Morgan. 2-1 to Joe Morgan. Now the 2-1 pitch.
We will have games throughout the season where these teams will play in historic ballparks, so look for that later in the season.
Hard back up the middle.
Morgan with a base hit.
Its way through for a base hit.
2-out single for Joe Morgan.
Boy, there's another base hit. This is just kind of like that gift that just keeps on giving, D-Roll. Both teams piling up the hits, and we're just in the third inning. Yeah, their ears were open on both sides during the pitchers' meeting today. Good plan at the plate, a lot of execution from the offensive side on both sides.
In now, Nicholas Castellanos. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Morgan is off at first with 2 away. Now a throw over, and he's back standing. The 2-1.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And he'll dive back in. 2 out with the man at first. Hard on the ground towards short. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Sometimes you need a little
Pair of
luck,
2-out
sometimes
singles here for the Reds in the third. It's going to bring up
what happened right there.
Jesse Winker. His rookie season here in the Utopian baseball universe.
High ties him up with a fastball inside, 1-2. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. And look out, he has to back away there and then give a little glare out to the mound. It's ball 2.
Well, giving up hits is one thing, but judging by that last pitch, he doesn't have any consistency with his release point right now. He doesn't know where it's going, and he knows it.
Chases out of his own for strike 3, and that's
Winker down on strikes. Davis puts the Reds on the board. It's 3-1 Pittsburgh.
we play 2.5.
Late night with the Utopian baseball universe. Da-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na, tonight. It's the Reds and Pirates. Stupid human tricks.
Back to the top of the order now, and here's a man whose baseball card goes for more than $1 million. Hannes Wagner.
Hannes Wagner tripled in the first and scored.
Keeping it down here as it's
Very
1-2.
generous score.
And a pitch down that's swung on and sent to second base. Quick throw to first by Morgan, and that's the first down.
I love because players like Wagner, when they played, there were no numbers back then. They just don't even give him a number. It's like, nah, we're going to keep this as real as possible. I'm surprised he even has a helmet on.
Dave Parker, an
If
RBI
he even
double is what he
does.
was credited with his first time around.
Dave Parker,
And you gotta know about
sledgehammer.
that last AB. He battled. Usually when
The
you
Cobra.
battle, you get in that swing mode. A lot of pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag. I love the fact that he was able to work a double in last at bat. Let's see if we get more of the same right here.
Roberto
So the
Clemente.
bases are empty with 2 gone now, and that'll bring up Roberto Clemente.
Or as some Topps baseball cards refer to him as Bob.
The 1-1 home is in there for the second strike.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of settling down. 2 innings ago, I thought they were going to run him out of here. But now he's close to posting 2 shutout innings as a response.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now here's one hit in the air to
Slicing
the right side.
foul.
And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. And he takes very close to the inside corner here. 2-2 though.
And this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. So they breeze through this half of the inning. On now to the top of inning number 4. Bucks out in front, 3-1.
3 innings in the books. Pirates lead at 3-1. Beautiful night here in Pittsburgh.
Matt, I had a chance to talk about the state of the Reds offense with their manager between innings, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Looking at the numbers, they currently have 4 hits coming from at-bats where they were behind in the count. That indicates that these guys are absolutely battling at the plate and making it very difficult for the opposition to get them out.
All right, thanks, Heidi. All set for the start of the 4th, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Joey Votto.
Votto grounded out in the second. He's 0 for 1, facing Doug Drabeck here in the 4th. 3-1 Pirates.
1-1. Slap hard the opposite way, and Votto reaches. He's got a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit, and it makes for a Cincinnati.
I guarantee you at release point, he wanted to pull this pitch back. Change up, middle of the plate, usually gets deposited in the seats.
Is Johnny Bench.
So now to the plate, Johnny Bench. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Now it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing in the Pittsburgh bullpen.
Jamison Talion warming up for the Pirates early here.
Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
We'll have to keep an eye on, is Dre back on a pitch count? We're not sure.
Swing and a miss.
Gets a strikeout here.
That's at number 1. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And you can see there both guys getting it up into the 90s, 92 and 94 respectively. Digging in next, Mike Moustakas hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on screws.
Their count now at 2-2.
Pete Rose, the batter for Cincinnati. 2-2 count. 1 out here in the 4th.
From the belt, kicks and deals.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
And he misses with that one for ball 4.
Rose draws a 1-out walk here in the 4th.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
So here now is the pitcher, Johnny Cueto. First time up, he went down looking.
You know, Matty, tough to go down looking right there, especially in a long at-bat. I kind of tip my hat to the fact that he didn't go into uber swing mode. He battled. He just got locked up. Look for him to have another quality AB.
Based on a pretty good bunt.
Pretty darn big, right?
And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection.
Second and third. 2 outs here in the 4th. Barry Larkin, 1 for 2. 2 ducks on the pond here.
Ready with the 1-1. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide at first. Otto at third. Moustakas at second with 2 gone. Weak grounder back to the mound.
It should end the inning, folks.
On to first, and the Reds rally comes up.
Draybeck gets out of a jam here in the 4th.
Reds strand a couple. They still trail it here 3-1.
Reds have out hit the Pirates 6-4. Kiner, Stargell, and Mazeroski due up for the Buccos.
Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to catch up with manager Derek Shelton during the commercial break about the Pirates offense. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Thank you, Heidi.
Ralph Kiner,
Once again is Ralph Kiner.
RBI double. He scored a run.
He was credited with his first time around.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
The 1-2 to Kiner.
And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
Popped him up.
Does Votto have room? He does.
And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Willie Stargell.
Next to dig in, Willie Stargell. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. 3-1 is our score here in inning number 4. And it's 2 balls and a strike to Pop Stargell. Left side, but well foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Now another 2-2. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball.
Hey, you guys know me. Hitting's a process of elimination. And I'm eliminating the changeup this next pitch. I'm on everything else.
Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. He can only battle for so long.
Cueto gets another strikeout.
After an 8-pitch at bat.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. It's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Bill Mazeroski, the batter. 2 outs here in the 4th. Nice play by Votto.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Pirates, and the lead remains 3-1.
Pittsburgh's one of my favorite cities in the country. I miss Primanti Brothers. I forget the name of the town. I think it was called Monroeville. It's just outside of Pittsburgh. Had a bookstore next to a Red Robin. Barnes and Noble.
Set to deliver on 2-1. A swing and a ground ball to third. He's got to hurry. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
I lived in Cleveland for about 8 months. I'd go to Pittsburgh every other weekend I'd leave Saturday afternoon or Friday night, come back Sunday morning. I'd spend hours in a bookstore. Saw a couple Pirates games.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider.
Primanti Brothers, fantastic.
Let you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
A 3-1 count, tying run on deck. Good spot to be a hitter right now. You have to look for something middle in.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Kiner is under this one, and there's the second out of the inning. In now for the Reds, Nicholas Castellanos singled in his last at-bat. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Sinker misses, ball 4.
Jay Bruce draws a 2-out walk here in the 5th.
It takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by.
Late night with the Utopian baseball universe.
A little bit more selective up there. Good
Pirates hosting the Reds. 3-1 here in the 5th. This is Jesse Winker. Pair of strikeouts.
He 4 hits in 16 tries. 2 of those hits were for home runs. hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a ground ball for Mazeroski at second. And as it turns out, the two-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. One left for Cincinnati, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Set now for the bottom of the fifth, and next will be the switch-hitting third baseman, Wilmer Defoe. No walks so far. Here's the 3-2. Lifted in the air to center field. Center fielder on the run.
Eric Davis makes it look easy.
Catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
This is Jason Kendall.
Will be the next hitter. Flied out at his first at bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Now a swing and a bouncing ball for Joe Morgan at second. And that's the second out.
Pirates scored all 3 of their runs in the first, a triple and a pair of doubles. Reds' defense in the outfield was less than. Pinch hitter here for the Pirates. This is going to be the lefty, Josh Bell, facing Cueto here in the fifth. Base hit. So Drabeck's day is done. 5 innings. 1 earned. He's going to give way to Jamison Talion. Talion was campaigning for the 4th or 5th spot in the rotation, but those went to Charlie Buffington and Babe Adams.
Into the box now, Hannes Wagner. 2-1.
Hannes Wagner. Got a 2-1 count here with 2 outs.
3-1 the count to the Pirates shortstop.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
And that misses ball 4, so it's first.
Wagner draws a walk.
Well, he made quick work of the first 2 guys.
Very disciplined, these MLB The Show avatars. Dave Parker, 1 for 2. RBI double, scored a run. Ooh. Tough to lay off. Roberto Clemente on deck. 3-2 count to Dave Parker. Pirates looking to add to their lead. 2 on, 2 outs. The pitch to Parker.
Larkin is there for it. And he's got it for the final out of the
Cueto gets out of the jam.
Pirates strand a couple, and it's still 3-1.
The Cobra, as it were, facing his former team. I haven't read the book or seen the documentary, but both in my queue. So once again, Doug Drabeck's day is done. 5 innings, 1 earned. Joey Votto leading off the 6th is singled in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. Late night with the Utopian Baseball Universe every Friday night. As we do more of these, we'll get more comfortable with the presentation. Still having issues saving rosters the way I need to. I still haven't figured out how to just eliminate the DH. Didn't have to worry about it tonight because we're in a National League park playing the last year's version. But if I have a Yankees-Red Sox game, they're going to throw the DHs in there. So I got to figure that out.
This one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
No DH here in the Utopian. And that'll never change.
Here now the 2-2. Left side. Reined in. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth. So let's get another look at that nice play in the hole.
We got a comment here. Take it behind the barn. Having trouble. So I don't know if this is a StreamYard issue or my phone. I'm going to guess it's StreamYard. I can't. There we go. I'm having issues with the interface tonight. Now I can't take it down.
Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now.
Oh. I just think the world is testing me tonight. There we go. Baseball players play both ways. I agree. I agree with that. I never liked the DH. Never. I mean, even as a kid, the Brewers were an American League team. I didn't understand it. When I played baseball as a kid, I could hit and pitch. I can name hundreds of pitchers that could handle the stick. I understand why the industry's getting away from it. You've got these, 300 million pitchers. You want to protect the asset, but hoping that Shohei Ohtani brings back the two-way player. 3-1 Pirates here in the sixth. The Reds are going to threaten here, 2-1 with 1 out.
Up, but that doesn't help you win ball games. Somebody's got to come up with a nice AB to run.
That's a good point. Oftentimes the pitcher wasn't the worst bat in the lineup. Oh yeah, I mean, Ken Griffey, by the way, pinch hitting here for Cueto in the sixth. So Cueto's day is done.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Lined into right, a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away.
So each starter went 5 tonight. Reds have the bases loaded with 1 out. Another new pitcher here. This is going to be Mike Hanrahan.
Takes the mound now, and it appears he's being brought in to face the right-handed batter who waits next.
Yeah, you usually don't hear the term.
This is Barry Larkin.
But that's kind of how they're using him here, Matt. Most hitters have a harder time against pitchers of the same handedness, so we'll see if this
Larkin down on strikes.
And they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
That's a pretty impressive pitch.
Big strikeout for Hanrahan. Bases are still loaded, 2 outs. Eric Davis, who homered earlier in this game, has a 1-2 count. The pitch from Hanrahan. That gets through. Reds are going to tie this game, folks. 2-run single for Eric Davis makes it 3-3 here in the sixth.
His third RBI ties things up. Yeah, 100%. He's had a great approach all game. Tied the ball game up with his third RBI knock, and he's looking for more.
So the Reds tied here in the sixth. Cueto's off the hook. He could actually stand to win this game if the Reds score again.
All even now, 2-2.
Doug Drabeck will get a no decision tonight for Pittsburgh.
Here's the 2-2. And another foul ball. 2-2.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
Full count, 2 outs, 2 on, 6th inning. Deadlock 3-3. Joe Morgan. The pitch from Hanrahan.
Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. He set the payoff pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Scooped up onto first, and that'll do it as they manage.
Wagner makes the play. Inning over.
So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. Part of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up.
Clemente, Kiner, and Stargell. We'll see who's pitching for the Reds here.
Jeff Hoffman enters to do the
This is
pitching
actually going to
in the
be
bottom of the 6th.
Tom Hume. Tom Hume is on the Utopian roster. Again, I can't change or upload every Utopian player. I would lose my shit.
No hits in 2 trips to the
Clemente
plate.
0 for 2 leads off the 6th, facing Tom Hume.
And he definitely broke the plane there as he went after the pitch inside, and it's strike 2. The 2-2 is off the plate, up and away.
Ralph Kiner on deck.
Is on deck.
It's up to the bullpens here. Hume and Hanrahan.
Swinging a shot toward
Clemente to right. Davis makes the play. This is the Eric Davis show tonight. He's made a couple great plays. He's got all 3 RBIs for Cincinnati.
Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky.
Ralph Kiner. RBI double, run score.
Ralph Kiner, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed 2-1. Kiner in front, 3 balls and a strike.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
Castellanos is over to his right.
Bruce has had his issues out there today, but he handles that one. Pops 0 for 2.
It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this
Strikeout and a groundout. The 2020 Home Run Derby champion. He beat
did well just to make
Duke
contact
Snyder
there
in the
as he plays
finals
off the
in our
changeup.
first year in the Utopian. Last year it was Jose Batista over Billy Williams at Fenway. And we had Petco this year for the All-Star festivities.
Again, he sends it out of play.
Of course, in the Utopian we have 3 All-Star games. This year we have the
Again, a 1-2.
East versus the West, the North versus the South, and the winners will face on Sunday.
Here now the 2-2. Is taken high, but for a call,
Stargell down on strike. Inning over.
6 innings are in the books. Score holds it.
Reds have out hit the Pirates 10-5 tonight as we head to the 7th.
And now Nicholas Castellanos, and he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one.
Jay Bruce is 1 for 2.
In for a strike, and he jumps
Jonathan
in.
from Baseball Harmonies here, and he says Eric Davis ranks 171st for outfielders between Dusty Baker and Andy Pasco. He's having a big game tonight.
Oh, and they pulled the string on a good changeup there as he
Always
swings
love
the
when
misses.
Jonathan
Second
stops
strike,
by,
second time tonight.
gives us those tasty nuggets.
Now into the box, Jesse
Here's Winker 0 for 3.
A couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch.
Winker's got himself his first hit of the night against a shift.
Hey guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up and he was able to put good wood on it.
One on, one out.
Stepping in now, Joey Votto. And they set up away with the fastball, but it misses. 3-1.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything.
Votto with a 3-1 count. Johnny Bench on deck. The pitch from Hanrahan.
3-1.
In there for a
I think
strike.
it's a real possibility that they put that runner on first in motion. That would help them stay out of that double play that would end the inning, but that's also kind of risky at the same time.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Lifted the other way out to left center.
This one's trouble.
And this will bounce over the wall out there, and that's going to keep this a tie ball game as that go-ahead run will need to stop over at third.
Baseball Harmony and Utopian Baseball Universe go together well. They are the peanut butter and jelly of the baseball world. A fantastic sandwich.
Kyle Keller comes on to pitch here with one man
So this is going to be Jason Grilly trying to get out of a jam here in the 7th. Jason Grilly inheriting a 2nd and 3rd one-out situation. Johnny Bench.
At the plate now, Johnny Bench. A ball and 2 strikes.
Good game here in Pittsburgh tonight. Nothing wrong with chunky peanut butter.
Keep the ball on the ground as a pitcher. What do you want to do as a hitter, Dero?
Yeah, right here, you are looking for anything above the belt. You see it up, you have to let it go.
Reds are going to take the lead here. 1 run is in. They're going to get the out at third, though.
Anytime you're going for third, you want to be really sure you can get there because you know you're already in scoring position.
Bench with the RBI single.
He almost made it work because
Puts the Reds up 4-3 in the 7th. And it is a great game here at PNC tonight. North Division action, the first night of division games in the Utopian this year. Starting Monday, we go back to non-division for 2 weeks. We've got the East versus the South and the North versus the West.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in
So
play.
24 of the first 27 games in the Utopian this year, non-division. But then we're going to get really deep into the division games. 4-3 Reds here in the 7th.
And it's fouled away.
That run was charged to Hanrahan. Man on first.
Fouled away.
Good at bat here by Pete Rose.
Here comes the payoff pitch. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position.
Rose draws a walk here. 2 on, 2 outs. Reds have battled back to take a lead here in the 7th. We have a pinch hitter here. So we're going to see a new pitcher next inning. This is going to be Tony Perez facing Jason Grilly. 2 on, 2 out.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball.
Perez looks at a ball. 2-1. 4-3 Reds here in the 7th. Jonathan Jordan from Baseball Harmony.
And it's 2 balls and
2 and 2, providing the seasoning to make my steak sizzle tonight.
Hit on the ground toward the left.
That should end the inning.
Mazarowski's there to
Reds take the lead on the RBI single by Bench. It's 4-3. Stretch time here in Pittsburgh.
7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Reds out in front, 4-3.
13 hits for the Reds tonight. We'll take a look at the box score later in the broadcast. Now this is going to be Pedro Bourbon pitching for the Reds.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and set to go is the second baseman,
Bill Mazeroski. Single and an RBI tonight. Pirates trailing by 1 here in the 7th.
And he'll come back with 1 in the 3rd as the count moves to 2-1 now. And our right-handers begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen.
That's Norm Charlton and Danny Graves warming in the bullpen for the Reds.
Now the 2-1 pitch is strike 2 swinging. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Quick throw to first by Morgan, and that's the first out.
Jonathan, I'm making nachos tomorrow. What do you like in your nachos? I'm going ground beef, queso, tomatoes, sour cream, jalapenos.
Last time up. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
1-2 count here. Pirates trailing 4-3 here in the 7th. Good one tonight.
The 1-2. The swing, and he
Pie Trainer to right field and deep.
That one is out of here.
Pie Trainer has tied it with a solo homer here in the 7th.
A solo shot down the line in right, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece.
I had a ton of beans tonight in the chili I made, so I'm all beaned out. So Pie Trainer has tied this game in the 7th with a solo homer of Pedro Bourbon.
Talk about it being a game of inches. That ball stays barely fair to tie this ball.
Wraps around the corner.
Innings. You have to be feeling super confident, rounding the pillows after tying this one up.
I love it when people refer to bases as pillows. Rounding the pillow. I love that phrase. I've never heard that before. Rounding the pillows.
Cole Tucker will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Now this is going to be Archie Vaughn pinch hitting for the Pirates.
1-1 pitch. Two out, nobody on. Fastball well outside.
.44 here in the 7th.
Popped him up.
Vaughn pops up. Votto
In foul ground. And that ends the inning.
gets out of the inning. Pirates tied on the Trainer homer. Well, Archie Vaughn was on the bench because of a guy named Hannes Wagner. That's how the Utopian does it. He stacked rosters, but Vaughn will get starts throughout the week. Even Lou Gehrig sits in the Utopian.
Summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
This is going to be Elroy Face pitching for the Pirates here to start the 8th. Facing Barry Larkins, 1 for 4.
Set to go, Barry Larkin went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
I mean, just think of all the talent not playing in this game tonight. Archie Vaughn on the bench.
You cannot go down not putting the ball in play. Too much
Chris
on the
Sabo
line
getting
to
a
make the
day
opportunities
off
out
tonight.
there to swing and miss
Dave
in that spot.
Concepcion. Brandon Phillips.
Here comes the 1-2.
Andrew McCutcheon.
It's a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Larkin down on strikes.
Tie ball game, 4-4 the score as we give you a look there at the starter comparison to the numbers match up for the two starting pitchers.
And that trade back went 5. Apparently, I wasn't paying too close of attention. They're both not factored in the decision anyway. Eric Davis is having a great night. 2 for 4. Solo homer, 2-run single. Tie game here in the 8th. So these Xbox games are going to be longer than Out of the Park, but hope you're enjoying it tonight. Baseball Harmony ranks Hannes Wagner far and away the greatest shortstop, but Archie Vaughn is 5th all time. See, now this is where, if we do have player movement in the Utopian in later years, Archie Vaughn would be a great player to move to a team that has a deficiency at shortstop. So I'll probably work closely with you to determine which team could use a shortstop in the future. Davis draws a walk. Joe Morgan's 1 for 4 tonight. Good game here tonight in Pittsburgh. Jonathan from Baseball Harmony is with us. Midnight Madness tomorrow, Padres and Angels. Probably right around the same time tomorrow, a little later, probably about 12:15 Central. So the Reds have 2 on with 1 out here in the 8th. Elroy Face pitching for the Pirates. This is Jay Bruce. Again, we have to use our imagination sometimes with righty-lefty. I actually have Castellanos. I'm not saying his name correctly because I'm very tired. I have him on the Tigers roster in the Utopian. Backs up Cabrera at 3rd in Detroit. Baseball Harmony breaks down each position for baseball fans to easily peruse. I love the word peruse. It's one of my favorite words. What a throw. That throw was right out of a video game. 2 on, 2 outs here in the 8th. Jesse Winker, 1 for 4, scored a run. Scored on that bench single. That throw was sick. I mean, like, even for a video game, that was just unreal.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
2-1 to Winker.
The set and the 2-1. Skied into straightaway right. And the 2 out.
Clemente puts it away.
The inning is over. Reds strand a couple. Still all square at 4 apiece. So the Pirates
Hannes Wagner's 1 for 2 with a triple and a run scored. Pedro Borbon facing Wagner. Leadoff single for Wagner. Dave Parker, the batter. Does Clemente have the greatest outfield arm? He's definitely in that team picture. Parker has an RBI double tonight. 2-2 here in the 8th. Manager Chuck Tanner for the Pirates has one of the great quotes of all time. He said the greatest thing in the world is winning a baseball game. The second greatest thing in the world is losing a baseball game.
They're probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
Working for the punch out and the offering. On the ground to short. Could this be two? To Morgan at the back.
Parker's safe at first.
But not in time as he beats it out. So that one wasn't quite hit sharply enough to turn.
One on, one out.
You get a ground ball in a double play situation.
Roberto Clemente at the plate.
That was a tough hit to do.
It's probably one of my favorite baseball quotes of all time. I actually used it in the book I wrote. Of course, I credited him, but I love it. Roberto Clemente, one on, one out. 4-4. Yeah, we're getting peak Cobra. And he steals a base. Dave Parker, baseball player. Throwing on bench. Clemente, man on second, one out. Swings at a 1-2 pitch out of the strike zone, protecting here. The 1-2 from Bourbon.
This is in the air to right. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second?
Runner fails to advance. Man on second, 2 outs for Ralph Kiner. Cobra played 1 year here in Milwaukee, and I believe it was 90 or 91. And then they traded him to, I think, Cincinnati? But he was a popular player, played DH. Kiner with a base hit. Play at the plate. Oh, and they got him. Let's see if they replay this one there, but the throw from Winker was right on. Let's see. Oh, they do get him. What a play. Yeah, they did get him. Unbelievable play. We head to the 9th.
So up steps the former MVP, Joey Votto. He's doubled and singled in 4
Votto leads off the 9th. He's 2 for 4. Doubled, single. Great game here in Pittsburgh tonight.
The 2-1 home. Johnny Bench waits on deck. This is hit high in the air out toward left center.
That's trouble, folks.
And a high bounce will take
Another ground rule double. Parker left the Brewers for the Angels. Yeah, I know Parker played with Cincinnati 1 year or a couple years. Good catch. So leadoff double for Votto.
Johnny Bench. That's going to even up the count at 2-2.
Johnny Bench, 2-2 count here. Nobody out here in the 9th.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with nobody out. And this is swung on and missed.
Strike 3.
Took care of a key man there.
Reds came into tonight winners of 6 straight. They won their first 6 home games.
Stalkus. Hit back up the middle. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Had to protect there with two
Man on
strikes.
third, 2 outs here in the ninth.
Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Max Schrock will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
All right, this is going to be Adam Dunn, folks. Adam Dunn, 2 outs and a man on third, facing Roy Face
Here with 2 down.
with the game in the balance.
It's 1-2.
1-2 to
I
Dunn.
think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball? Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. Right side.
Face gets out of it.
And the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit.
Well, someone's winning in their last at-bat tonight, regardless. 15 hits for the Reds, 8 hits for the Pirates.
Walk it off.
Stargell, Mazeroski, and Trainer, who homered earlier.
Enters to do the pitching, and
This is
best-case
Norm
scenario for him is to push
Charlton
this one into extra innings.
pitching the ninth for the Reds in a tie game. Pirates led this one early.
All set for the bottom of the ninth.
Eric Davis carried the Reds back.
Bottle of Pops. Willie Stargell.
Willie Stargell facing Norm Charlton.
3-2 pitch. Sky down the left field line.
Deep but playable for Winker.
Winker moves over near the line as he puts it away for the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 9, second baseman,
Bill Mazeroski, the batter, 1 for 3, RBI single.
Ground ball last time up.
He's hit a memorable homer in Major League Baseball. Can he create a memory tonight in the UBU?
Heading out towards shallow right. Castellanos will come in a bit and put it away for the second out of the inning.
2 outs here in the ninth. We are 1 out away from potentially free baseball. It's all free, but
Key Brian Hayes will pinch hit here with 2 outs.
now this is interesting. Trainer homered earlier, but they're going to Aramis Ramirez to pinch hit, facing Norm Charlton here in the ninth.
The set and the 1-2. Shot weakly to the left.
This is Aramis Ramirez for the Pirates in a tie game, 2 outs in the ninth.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
2-2. Charlton.
Hit in the air down the
Deep right field,
line.
folks.
And he gets there,
Caught.
makes the running play, and
Jay Bruce, and we're going to the 10th.
that winning run home, and that means we'll have to go a little longer tonight to find a winner. 9 can't decide.
Extra innings in the Utopian tonight here in Pittsburgh. 4-4.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here.
Francisco Liriano pitching for the Pirates.
First man to pitch here in extra innings.
Again, I'm going off my... No ghost runners. Oh, my God. There better not be. There better not be a ghost runner. I think I had the option, and I think I chose to disable it. No ghost runners in the UBU. No 7-inning doubleheaders. No DH. No COVID.
Skied in the air to straight away.
Deep left field.
Left fielder giving chase.
Kiner at the wall
He
makes
gets
the
to it
play.
and makes the catch for the first out.
Another fantastic game here in the Utopian. Eric Davis, the batter.
It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. 1 out, nobody on. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here.
Eric Davis, I tried to emulate this batting stance as a kid, and it really fucked with me.
And he'll try to get him fishing
Like I've had coaches say, please don't do that.
Hit hard towards second, but there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2.
Azarowski makes the play. 2 quick outs here in the 10th. The answer to your question is no. I gotta say, other than having issues with saving stuff the way I wanted to, the presentation for these MLB games is fantastic.
And he fouls this one off.
I miss playing the games. I played RBI, but I'm not confident enough to play yet.
A ball and 2 strikes.
You know, the last thing I want to do is
Strikes him out here for round number 3.
play a game that ends up, 53-7, or 28-0. So I'm practicing. I'm just not there today. I haven't won yet when I play. Bottom of the 10th. Jason Kendall, 0 for 3,
Small sample, a perfect 1 for 1.
facing Norm Charlton here in the 10th.
The 3-2 pitch. And he
Kendall with a leadoff walk. I like that I can add the players from the past. I just wish it was easier to save, because whenever I set lineups and stuff, it'll sometimes make the rosters invalid, and then I have to auto-correct that, and it screws everything up. This is Mike Lavalier. Spanky Lavalier facing Norm Charlton here in the 10th. Interesting decision by Tanner. He must know something we don't know.
Strikes to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
3-2 count to Spanky Lavalier. Nobody out here in the 10th. Pirates with a man on first.
Did a good job
Punches that
slipping
foul.
up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Grounded
That
to
one's
the third
foul.
baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that.
The
pitch.
3-2 to Lavalier.
Previous off-speed pitch.
Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left
That
side.
gets down.
In there, a base hit. Throw comes into the
2
infield.
on, nobody out for Pittsburgh.
Up to second now with nobody out.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Hannes Wagner. A chance to be a hero tonight for Pittsburgh.
Into the box, Hannes Wagner. Now a bunt attempt here, and he'll lunge
Terrible
forward.
bunt by Wagner.
First out.
We forgive him. He's the greatest of all time.
Tony Santillan takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2
New
on,
pitcher for the Reds here. This is going to be Luis Castillo. Of course, that runner. The runners are belong to Charlton.
Dave Parker will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 1 gone.
Parker with 2 on, 1 out, facing Castillo here in the 10th.
Now the 2-1. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? There's one. Back to Votto, but it's
Parker
not
again
time as they settle for
beats it
2-1.
out. First and third, 2 outs. Roberto Clemente with a chance to be the hero tonight in Pittsburgh.
But they did get the out.
Into the box, Roberto Clemente.
0 for 4 with a flyout. Does Clemente have a storybook ending here tonight in Pittsburgh, trying to end Cincinnati's 6-game winning streak?
Out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
That should do it, folks. Roberto Clemente has walked off the Cincinnati Reds, and the Pirates win it 5-4-10. Roberto Clemente with a single to right field. Pirates take this one 5-4. Join us tomorrow night for Midnight Madness. It's the Angels and Padres. Frank Tanana versus Joe Musgrove. Have a good night, everybody. All right, I'm having issues with my